Last time on the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown, Zane raced his way to immunity again. The Cowboys took on their next challenge.
I don't know that he can hear him. Jay Storm's not saying a word. That's the first mistake I've seen that girl make right there.
Jay Storm and Hadley couldn't keep up.
Hit the trail.
And were sent packing. And now,
there are 4 Cowboys left.
Who will ride on and who will be sent home in the next elimination? Only one will take home $50,000 worth of cattle and a rawhide portable corral.
Who will win the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown?
Woo! Man!
I was shaking in my boots, man. I felt like I was about to be on the walk alone. It escalated very quickly.
We just left elimination. 2 people went home. So there's 4 of us left since day 1. 2 of the people that rubbed me the wrong way right off the bat, Quattro and Ethan, they're still here. So you can only imagine how that is because, you know, I like people, but I don't always like being around them, and now there's just 4 of us and we're stuck in the same room together. You can go ahead and start praying for my soul.
I think it's to the point now that literally, if you make one mistake, it doesn't even matter how big the mistake is. It's anybody that stumbles, he's gonna notice.
You're right. This is down to the wire. But at the end of the day, for me and my family back at home, there's too much on the line. If you messed up and I gotta be the one to tell him, I'll tell him.
You bet, man.
If you take it the wrong way, I'm sorry. If I say the wrong thing on camera, I'm sorry. But if I get those cattle and I take them home, I turn them out, they're gonna be mama cows one day, and every year I'm gonna know.
Every year you're gonna go.
I'm gonna know where they came from and what I had to do to earn those cattle and represent myself and who I am. You know, I like every one of y'all, but this is a competition. This ain't about making friends.
To each his own.
For the 4 Cowboys left, the herd is everything. I've been confident since day 1. I've told myself I was gonna be in the winning circle, but that being said, I've gotta perform at the best of my ability. I gotta have no mistakes, because these guys I'm competing against, they're hands.
It's gonna be solid, man.
Pretty cool old school arena for sure.
How y'all doing?
Good, good.
Final 4. You should be proud of yourself. But you better be ready to fight, because this is getting real. There'll be no immunity buckle today.
But I'm watching everything you do and taking it all into consideration.
So the stakes have never been higher. Today we're gonna do some steer stopping. We're gonna release a steer from this chute, and each of you will need to rope it while stopping your horse square to the steer. This will show me your ability to rate and control your horse. Now, after that, I'm gonna team you up and have you do a little team roping. Heading and heeling cattle is something that every cowboy needs to be able to do.
I love these events because this is the actual true test of a cowboy. It's a test of your horsemanship, your cattle handling skills, your roping skills. I mean, it kind of showcases your horse and you at the same time.
Tell me today, as a man with 14 national finals rodeo qualifications in tie down, steer wrestling, and steer roping, please welcome Mr. Cash Myers.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you? So pretty much everybody in America watches Cash Myers at the NFR every year because he's always out there just winning. He's just a big American winning machine.
Cash, any word of advice you'd like to give these 4 cowboys?
Well, guys, you guys have done a great job. You've already proven that you're good cowboys. You're in the top 4. Man, anything roping and riding in the arena, we're gonna use our horses. May do a good job showing your horses off and handling your cattle like ranch cowboys do. Make sure they're taken care of. Show your horses off and have fun. Go do a good job, guys.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's go.
You know, the competition's getting tough. We're down to 4 people right now. They bring us out to this arena and Cash Myers shows up. So that kind of throws an element in there we weren't expecting. I mean, this guy can do it all in the arena. To have him watching it, we know he knows what he's doing, so he'll be able to tell who can do it and who can't.
All right, guys, in the steer stopping, the rules are we're gonna let the steer out. We can't leave until the flag man drops the flag. We've got barrels set up in the arena. We're gonna run the steer down and chase him. Can't rope him until after he crosses the first barrel, and you got to stop him between the first barrel and the second barrel. We have to rope him around the horns, around the neck, dally up, stop your horse straight, make the steer turn, face your horse. Run's done. It's a judged event.
Everybody understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Zane, you're up first.
I have my horse Spat here. I've had him since he was 2 years old. I've roped calves on him, headed, heeled. He's got me covered. I'm not worried about him in this deal.
Seconds.
Good. Yeah, he showed a good job of keeping control of his horse.
Yeah.
Steer was trying to move, but he held his position good and roped him. Yeah, all in all, I'd say pretty good job.
Got him under control. I'm not surprised it was Zane. He's been showing off with a rope ever since he got here.
Went out there, we got it roped. My horse Spat, he did great. He's a good partner to have here.
All right, Ethan, you're up.
Seconds.
He just barely caught him in between the two barrels. Did a real good job getting him roped.
He needs to be up on him a little quicker.
It was all in all good job, really did a good job stopping his horse straight, controlled the steer good. Not bad.
Oh, yeah! What about that, boys?
Way to go.
All right, Cody, you ready? All right.
10 seconds.
All right.
To tell you the truth, I was a little worried about Cody, but
Yeah.
he did. He
All in
did.
all, yeah, he did really good. I myself would want a better loop. Loop kind of hit on the right horn and just barely got the nose.
Yeah.
And, you know, cow like that out in the pasture, needing to doctor him, he could sure get loose, but pretty good job.
Little Red fired in there. He done everything I asked him to do, you know, no hesitation. He's always willing to try, and I sure am just happy that little horse is mine.
All right, Quattro.
Go ahead.
8 seconds.
Attaboy.
Attaboy, that's good. Looked to me like he was a little bit late here at the start.
I didn't think he was gonna get him.
Yeah, it was
He
close.
had to hustle.
He really had to hustle.
Got a good
He showed
horse.
a good horse off right there. That
Yeah.
horse can run, but all in all, it was a good job, man. Good cowboys over here, really good.
Oh, they all good cowboys.
Yeehaw, boys. Pressure was on being the fourth man, but I got it done.
Everybody's good. The last four, everybody's solid. Everybody can catch. Everybody can do the job. Just people do it different from others. Yep. We're in an even playing field. It's a tight competition. It's literally going to go off who messes up.
All right, so now we're gonna team up, do some team roping.
Zane and Cody, you're up first. This is a judged event. You need to get it done quickly, but style counts too.
I about had the hammer dropped to me like the last two eliminations, like it's come down to the bitter line. And every time I throw my rope, it could literally cost me $50,000 worth of cattle.
Cody's gonna head. Zane's gonna heel. Cody's riding up. He's got it around the horns. Zane needs to take a shot here. Missed.
Zane finally missed one. I heard he ain't missed one yet. But
I can't believe it.
good job of heading that steer right there and give him a good look at him. He just didn't quite get him, but that's team roping.
Yeah.
It's a tough team sport.
Sorry, Cody. Everything in this competition has gone pretty well for me, but just turns out I dropped the ball and I didn't get it done. Not a real great feeling at this point. I think I put myself in jeopardy on possibly going home over this.
Let's just go out there and get a time. That's all we got to do.
You bet.
Once I noticed that Blabbermouth and Blabbermouth were paired up on the same team, I really thought there was going to be a big lot of blabbermouthing going down in the arena. They were actually kind of nervous beforehand because they were a little bit out of their element, and I could dang sure tell from the start.
All right, Ethan and Quattro, here we go.
Ethan's gonna head. Quattro's gonna heel. Ethan's on him. Nice shot right there. Ethan needs to straighten the calf out now. Quattro has a shot now.
Right there, right there.
Ah, missed.
My rope figure eighted on me, still missed. I didn't get the job done. I was down in the dumps for him. That's one thing about team roping. It requires a team effort.
All right, we ain't gonna leave it like that, so let's keep the same teams, just swap ends, okay? Let's do it again.
Good luck, guys.
That's what I hate about team roping, man. If the header does his job, it's on the healer. If the header misses, the healer didn't get a shot.
Yeah, that's why I used to heel whenever I was a kid, because if your header missed, then he'd give you a chance to miss so you could walk away and talk some trash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Zane, Cody, round 2.
That was a great head loop from Zane. Cody caught his foot.
The guy that I think's my biggest competitor and the guy that I look up to the most here, Zane, you know, I finally outdid him today. I'm dang sure happy about that.
Cody's feeling so good about himself because he caught a heel and he just threw a piece of junk loop down there and then it was mangled up and the calf just happened to back into it. He got lucky.
Ethan and Quattro.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Quattro needs to get up on him. There you go, nice loop.
Got it. You back that stand.
Ethan has a chance here to get heel. Missed it.
Well, Zane, we might have lucked up on that one with one foot.
We may have. I'll take a win anytime I can get a win.
Dang, Quattro.
Hey, don't be mad, man. I missed for you.
Quattro did not set me up for my shot. We were running down clear to the other end, and he turned the calf, and the calf is in knee-high grass, and it was just kind of a wreck.
All right, Cowboys, good job. Gonna have a big cattleman's challenge tomorrow. So get you some sleep, get ready. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, big challenge. All right?
Sir.
Good job. Coming up on the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown.
Cody's that guy that he's not very good at, like, the ranch work.
Hey, squeeze your belly, Cody. She breaks your leg. We're out of cow, man.
And later,
Get them all, guys. Got one split off over there.
A couple calves spilled out. Quattro and Cody, we should all be past the basics. I got a good rope, and here I am roping with a piece of junk. But it works, it works.
Yeah.
Woo, man, look at there.
Oh.
Zane, you got any brothers and sisters?
Nope, only child.
Only child.
What about you?
I got a sister. She is 5 years younger than me, and she and her husband, I mean, cotton farming son of a gun.
Huh.
I mean, they got a bunch of it. You know, this prize money, it's gonna pay like a slot machine.
Yep.
And the good thing is, it's a herd of cattle. It will be the gift that keeps on giving. 50 head. If you have $50,000 over 10 years, it's a $500,000 contest.
Yeah.
But that's a huge prize. Huge. And people don't realize the importance of this.
Yeah. I think Ethan will definitely give me a run for my money. He's from Oklahoma. You can tell he's a good cowhand. Seems like he runs a big operation, probably knows his way around cattle forward and backwards. I think he's going to be a real competitor.
A lot of New Mexico, man. I've been there many times.
Yeah? No,
It appears there ain't much more than the courthouse there.
I grew up out there, you know, fairly big family ranch. You know, my dad worked on the ranch, you know, did other jobs while he was on the ranch to have more money. I guess about 7 years ago, we decided to sell out there and move out to Texas, near Waco. We trucked along there for a little while, and I guess about 8 months ago, my dad and I had a falling out, so he said he was gonna go ahead and sell the ranch, and we'd just part ways. And I think 3 days before I came out here, I moved out of my house that was on the ranch. So
God, no,
I don't. When I go back home, I don't have a house or a ranch or anything. So this deal's kind of like, you know, could be kind of a jump start on the deal. My entire life, the ranch has always come first. You know, no matter what you have going on in your personal life, you know, you put the ranch first, the ranch carries on. And winning this deal and having, you know, a $50,000 herd of cattle would sure help me move on and do my own thing. Even if I don't win this thing, you know, I want to continue on in the ranching lifestyle. If it wasn't for working through the trials that are put in your path,
yep,
the stuff you gain wouldn't be worth having.
You better believe it, man.
Being a cowboy doesn't have anything to do with pushing cattle around to pasture. It's standing up for what you think's right. It's doing the honorable thing. I'm here to show people that, you know, even though cowboys are a dying breed, it matters a lot.
Zane, you got him roped. Hold him down. I'll be right there, son of a gun.
Ah, there he comes. Ah, take him down. Got him.
I got him planted down. He ain't getting away from you, Zane.
All right, thank you.
Stand back up, dude.
Whew, I tell
Stand
you.
back up.
Easy money.
Easy
That's
money.
how you handle them hay bales right there, son. Let me tell you, you don't pick them up. They're heavy. There's 4 of us cowboys left. You know, we started off with 12. The work was a little easier. We could spread everybody out and get stuff done, multiple different things at one time. Now, we all have to go tend to these cattle when we go. We all have to go to the barn and tend to it. And we still have to go do our competitions that the boss gives us. So we're hustling. I want to win this herd so bad because I live paycheck to paycheck, man. And this herd, if I take it home, my wife, my daughter, and I, we're working on building a house. Not only will we have a house finished up, we'll have our own set of cows, a set of pens I don't have to go build, which will cost you an arm and a leg, and I'll be able to slap a buckle on the wall and remember the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and determination that I had to do to come out on top of the win and get what I have for my family. I got my eyes on the bad eye, Ethan. She's right here on the outside, that hairy one.
Yes, sir.
I can't get her number. The tag's on the right ear, so.
Is she black?
Oh, she's black. She's black and hairy.
So today we went out in the field, looked over our cattle. You know, we saw a bad eye on one of them, saw a bad left shoulder on the other one, and so we decided, you know, let's just pull the whole group up, go through them all, worm them, vac them, and doctor that bad eye and doctor that bad shoulder, make sure no foot rot's involved or anything like that.
Bit of room code.
What are you doing?
Man, Quattro over here is giving the vaccinations all in the same daggum spot. You're supposed to give them their vaccinations in different places. That is the first step in the production cycle of a beef calf.
No.
48 or the bad eyes in there?
48 and 32. I haven't seen any of them.
Okay.
You're good on this one in the head gate?
48's right here.
Okay.
Where is she? Where is she?
48's right here.
Okay.
Ethan and I took the one with the bad leg. She wasn't too crippled, wasn't too bad. Ethan gave her a shot of LA-200, you know, maybe just help her out, maybe ease the joints. She wasn't too bad to where I think she's not gonna make it. She's gonna be just fine.
32 is what we're looking for.
Cody's that guy that he's not very good at, like the ranch work, like the cowboy work. He didn't know how to give a shot. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, you don't know how to do this stuff.
So, you know, Quattro, Ethan, and Zane, they were all born out there in that Western world, you know, living on ranches and grew up on ranches. And I didn't. I grew up on a 21-acre horse farm till I was 18 years old, and then I had to kind of blaze my own trail and didn't start from nothing. If you know anything about how ignorant an 18-year-old American male is, you can know how far I've came.
This all of them?
Yes, sir. 32 is gonna be in this bunch.
All right, here she comes.
Squeeze her belly, Cody. Zane and Cody had to do one with a bad eye. Cody stepped up to work the chute, and he caught the head, and he didn't close the belly. That's crucial, man. If that cow kicks her leg out, and then you open the gate to let her go out, and she catches her leg, she breaks her leg, we're out of cow, man.
Coming up.
Go down there and get the pickup.
Yeah.
Go down there and get the pickup.
Drop those bars that hold the panels up.
You don't want to do that.
Ethan's being bossy. He's barking orders, you know.
I think maybe they set it up backwards.
Coming up behind you, Zane.
Watch them.
No.
Dang, boys.
We gotta get them together. They're gonna blow out.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Welcome to your next Cattleman's Challenge. As we all know, one of a cowboy's most important jobs is separating cattle. Anytime you got a shipment or you got to brand them, sorting is, of course, crucial. Now, this is going to be the ultimate test of horsemanship and herd control. You'll be sorting these cattle in the pasture over here with a rawhide portable corral. Now, where you locate the corral and set it up, that's totally up to you. There are 4 of you left. It's going to be up to you who does what job. Today, you're going to be rounding up a herd, mama cows and calves. And once you get them in the pen, you're going to need to sort off calves and load them into the waiting truck. Now, I'm looking for leadership, problem solving, and care for these cattle. Remember, at the end of the road, one of you is going to be going home with $50,000 worth of cattle. I'm only giving them to somebody that I feel like can take care of them. Helping me again today is rodeo star Cash Myers. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, cowboys, you got 1 hour. Let's get the herd in the pen, get the calves sorted off, okay? Let's go.
Man, we're pretty pumped up about this because finally we get to do something, some actual work that we do back at home. So, I'm excited.
I just want to trot right around these fences, see what they look like.
Yeah, let's
Look at the property here, they're gonna have to make a good decision on where they can back a truck and trailer. You know, you look a truck full of calves there, it's gonna be heavy, and all the hills and wet spot, they gotta have that in consideration too.
Oh, we got a hole right here. I didn't even know that was there.
we got that
We
hole
got to
over
keep
there.
them out of there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
So
we
then
just
you know
brought
what?
them right up
We need
here,
to bring them this way around the tank.
we don't know this place, so you want to set the wheel corrals up where there's kind of a funnel where the cattle are easy to manage. We thought we were going to set them up over here. Turns out there's a bunch of holes in the fence, so we ride on up, find another little corner.
This right here's our spot.
That fence is pretty solid all the way around.
Well, looks like they did decide on high ground to set that pen up.
Looks like they're going to use that fence as a natural border to corner the cattle in.
Looks like Quattro's getting in the truck.
Quattro, let's go in that corner, like go off over to the east towards that house. Set the big side up going that way. We'll open it up and we'll push them down this fence, and then we'll bend them back and roll them into the big pen. Figure it out.
So the boss told us we had an hour to get the job done. That's not very much time, but let's get this stuff together, get this pen set up, and let's go gather these cattle.
We found them down in there and driving back on this side, and we're in trouble. Like, it changes our whole deal.
Cookie on the horse post.
I hate when people hand me their horses like I'm a fence post, just telling you. Dude, you can at least tie your own horse up. Come on. Are you that lazy?
We need to get it set up. We're wasting time.
Hang on, we'll waste time.
You really don't think, though, we shouldn't bring them off this backside instead of cutting across with them corner we can't use?
Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm off.
That's fine, you know, hey, I'm just saying what I think.
Leave it to me to do the thinking, boys, on this kind of stuff.
Where do you need it?
Down to back that chute in right here.
Okay, back it in right there where Ethan's at.
You wanted me to back the chute up towards the fence?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of come down to, it doesn't matter how it gets done, but we need to get it done before it gets too hot and we get too much stress on these cattle.
Doing good.
I think maybe they set it up backwards.
All right, he's good.
You're not gonna have the big pen open up this way and bring them around it and come in?
Now we're gonna come around and roll them into the big pen.
how are we loading out?
It'll be okay, Zane. We'll just load out the little side. Just trust me on
Okay,
this.
I'll trust you on this.
If I'm
deal.
wrong, I'm gone.
We're good, we're good.
Looks like they're backing up the load and chute towards the fence. They won't be able to load out there if that's the case. There isn't enough space.
I mean, I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be able to make it work.
Pull all of them out at the same time.
I'll be interested to see if it works like they hope it is. It looks backwards to me too, yes, sir.
We kind of had a disagreement on how to set them up. I would have set them up different, where I thought they'd be easier to load out, but we went with his idea.
Yeah, that load and chute is definitely facing the fence. They'll have to load out somewhere else. This ought to be interesting.
God, here, there's easier ways doing this, guys.
Yeah.
Drop those bars that hold the panels up. All these bars that drop down to hold the panel to help them sturdy, drop them.
No, leave them down. Leave them down. You don't want to do that.
Ethan's being bossy. He's barking orders, you know. If he would just sit back and tell us his observation, we could evaluate it, agree and disagree, and tell him our opinion. I think he thought he was working with a bunch of kids, and he's not. He's working with some other cowboys.
Go down there and get the pickup.
Yeah.
Go down there and get the pickup.
Zane mentioned something about using that other trailer
Oh, for a wing.
for a wing on the,
Yep,
well,
that's a good idea.
yeah.
That was a good initiative to take right there and think on that. Give you a little more of a wing, a little more of a corner to get them into.
Let's go gather some cattle, boys.
All right.
We set the wheel crawl up, set all the pins up. And the last thing me, as a boss, knows to do when I'm at home, just make a light final trot around the pen, because it's happened to me before. You pin the cattle, somebody forgot to close the gate, and they all get out. Then you gotta regather them again. Quattro didn't chain the gates, Zane. God, some people don't ever grow up. That kid didn't even close the gate. So why would you pin the cattle if the gate's not closed?
So I'm gonna hit that backwoods and ease up that swamp and let Quattro get set up and just be easy and kind of get them out of that corner.
I'm gonna go straight up and then bring them across the pasture.
Me and Zane will sit out here on the hillside and leave it to you two to get them across the water, and we'll push them to the gate.
If y'all have any trouble, we'll go over there and help you.
This is one of the most challenging competitions as far as the layout of the land and the setup goes that we've been through yet. It could go wrong at any minute.
You got Cody down there starting to bunch them up, looks like.
I didn't think he could get around that end of that pond. He found a way around there.
These cattle are pretty easy to get them stirred up.
When I get to that dam, I'm gonna drop down on that right side. We've got a huge body of water on both sides, one dam going across. All the cattle are on the other side, but we've got to go push them this way. If one of these cows dives off into the water, we're done. Cow dies, boss is gonna be very disappointed.
Slow down! Just go slow, just hold them up, just hold them up.
Help.
Good job, Quattro. Just right, my dude.
Let's take them between the horses and the four-wheeler.
Okay.
Watch your hole, Cody.
Get them all, guys. Got one split off over there.
Yeah, Cody's horse right there, he didn't watch a cow near as good as you want one in the pasture.
2 cows peel off from Cody and Zane. They better get them back, or this thing's gonna escalate quickly into a wild western show.
Help.
Coming up behind you, Zane. Go. We gotta get them together. They're gonna blow out. Coming up behind you, Zane. Go. We gotta get them together. They're gonna blow out.
Go get it. I'll try to hold them up.
Everybody regroup.
All right, everybody's around.
Good job, Zane. We're good. Everybody just keep them smooth.
Zane did a good job, but he was having to make that horse go every stride instead of that horse looking for it.
We let one split off like that, they're gonna want to go to that one cow. We gotta keep them together.
Just go to the fence. Let's try to take them straight across and then roll them around the corner. Hey. Watch them. Dang, boys.
You all right?
Slow them
Good
down.
job, everybody. It took everything I could do to keep those cows from all busting by. I was proud of my little Sox horse. He was working. He was earning his oats today.
Ethan's horse did a great job cutting that cow.
Go straight across.
Just slow them down.
Quit yelling. Quit yelling. Quit yelling. Quit yelling.
Slow them down. We're fine.
Take him straight across. Quattro, get on that head.
We're all right. That cow's leading them, and she knows what we're doing. Just be easy on them. Slow them down. Slow them down. We're fine.
Looked like a pretty good job there. The cattle tried to scatter, and they got them back
They
together.
got them. Yep, got them back together.
Had everything moving pretty fast. Now they got them slowed down. Ought to be able to walk them right in.
We got a good lead cow. We got a real good lead cow. Let them follow. Nice and easy, calm and collective. We're doing good.
Hey, just quit talking. Quit talking. Back off a little bit.
We're good, we're good. We get around this trailer, everybody follow up and build a wall, build a wall. I got the outside, I got the outside. Y'all be ready on them panels to close.
Pull around, pull around. Pull around, pull around. Hey, that's good. Just leave it big. Just chain them up. Yeah, just chain them. Hey, Cass, hey, Cass, hey, Cass. Hey, Cass, hey, Cass, hey, Cass. Hey, Cass, hey, Cass. Hey, Cass, hey, Cass. Hey, Cass. Hey, Cass, hey, Cass. Hey, Cass, hey, Cass, hey. Hey, y'all hop in here and help me.
I got them.
We gotta get all the calves in that pen.
Oh, oh.
They're gonna get them in the wing. Now it's time to see if the pins work for them. The way they got it set up.
Keep bringing us the cows. I'm gonna be like the calf man. If I get one slide by, I'll get a hold of him and get him back to you.
Just cow, calf. Let me know when something ain't supposed to be coming.
Looks like they're leaving the calves in the small corral and sorting the cows in the big one.
Hi.
Perfect.
Help, 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 help.
Perfect.
Help, help.
I got you back.
One cow.
All right, that's a good shot right there. Get her, get her, get her.
Good job.
Perfect.
All right, all right, all right.
Good job, guys.
All right, let's get Zane back up.
Hey, close that gate, close that gate.
I got him right here. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, look at there.
They're sorted.
They got them sorted.
Where are we gonna load them from?
That corner.
Okay, perfect.
Instead of using the loadout chute, they're just going to open up a fence panel to load these calves. Let's see if it works.
Up. Back a little more. Hey, back up, back up. Good.
Go ahead.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Well, I got four.
Shoot, just take them all, take them all. Hell with it.
Yo. All right, go ahead, guys.
Hey, calf, hey, calf, hey.
Yo.
Wasn't how the corral was designed to load out, but it worked.
That's how they're loaded
That's
right
how
there.
you do it.
Good job, Zane boy.
Yeah, went just right, man.
Heck yeah, Quattro. Good job,
Top
Ethan.
of the day, Cowboys. My plan worked out perfect, just like it's supposed to. You think that surprised me? No. It was I do this every day.
Well, ain't none of them slouches.
No, sir, no. Yeah, they're good cowboys. You can definitely tell that this is the lead of the lead. You've had to weed out and find them, and they're all good cowboys.
Fantastic.
I'll take a
Did
day
a
of
great
work with you
job.
guys
You
any
too.
day of the week.
I thought everybody was smooth as that could.
Let me stop you before you beat yourself to death, patting yourself on the back.
Got to toot your own horn. No one else is.
That's right. We little concerned at the beginning watching you engineers try to set this rawhide corral up, but you did it. Y'all got it done 47 minutes.
Good job.
Well, y'all did a good job.
Good work, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
But somebody's gonna go home tonight. I'll see you in the arena at sundown.
Yes, sir. You bet.
Coming up, one of you's going home.
There's a couple calves spilled out.
That would have been over on Cody and Zane's side.
Quattro is always the first one to open his mouth, and it's pretty loud when he does it.
You're done here, Hoss.
It was another elimination night. Tonight's the first night that I don't feel
I don't feel nervous. I don't feel scared.
Trace knows that I speak my mind, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna put me in a position to speak my mind, and I'm definitely gonna speak my mind.
I've got butterflies in my stomach, but for me, butterflies are a good thing. You know, it's almost like a build-up, getting ready to release the beast inside of you.
There are 4 cowboys left. One of them is going home tonight.
I'm taking into account what the judge says, but in the end, it's up to me.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. All right, so about today, I don't think there's a whole lot that we need to talk about. I think y'all did a good job. It was a good display of horsemanship, but I mean, we got to do what we got to do here tonight. So was there anything that didn't go the way you wanted it to that could have been better, and why?
There's a couple calves spilled out.
Well, why?
There was, when we were pushing the cattle across the levee, once they got there, they got a little bit wilder. You know, they were a little bit more flighty. I felt like we were, you know, they were trying to get in a hurry, and we needed to slow down and just keep them calm, maybe back off of them a little bit. That would have been over on Cody and Zane's side.
Watch your hole, Cody.
Come on, guys, we got one split off over there.
Cody quickly went to him because he let him get by him, and he ended up getting him back to the herd, which is a good deal. But if you'd read those cattle right and see which way they were going to try you, maybe put a little bit more pressure on them to turn them back to the herd and keep them going. But yes, sir, that could have been prevented.
So today, for instance, when we go to pen cattle, Quattro is kind of spinning in circles, just talking, just so somebody can hear him. Had I went with Quattro like he wanted me to and rode around that side, we would have funneled all those cows more than likely out of that back side, and then that would have messed up our entire setup from the start.
Maybe so. I mean, they were back in that corner. I mean, if them cows don't want to go through that mess back there. Zane, I mean, any observations that you might have?
I had about four of those cows that were wanting to cut back on me, and they were ahead of me, and I was watching them. Cody saw one behind me. I thought he would come in and get her. She wound up breaking out, and he got her back, and I was trying to keep them in. One of them did get by, and you know, I kind of wrapped around and brought her back in on the top side so that she would go back to the herd.
Mm-hmm. So, I saw everything that y'all are discussing, and all in all, you got the job done. I think now we need to kind of reflect on the last couple of days.
Anybody want to say anything about the last couple of days when you were doctoring your herd?
Somebody may have fallen just a little short.
One thing I did notice is I know one thing about shot placement, and you don't stick a needle in the same area twice if you don't have to, and Quattro sure was laying it to them in the same area over and over again on several calves.
What are you doing?
I know what I'm doing. I work at a feedlot. I give cattle vaccine shots every day.
Ethan?
It blew my mind that things weren't known.
Well, who are you talking about?
Well, I mean, Quattro and Cody, I mean, that they'd be in the top 4. We should all be past the basics.
Squeeze her belly, Cody.
Well, I'll tell you, Cash had some observations that he's made over the last couple of days, too. He was really impressed with the way you and Zane worked. That's what he told me. If you had to entrust, 50 head to one of these guys, who would it be?
Man, that's a tough ask right there. They're all good hands and look like they're doing that. I'd probably narrow it down to, I'd say Ethan and Zane would be right there on my deal. I really like Ethan's horsemanship, and he rides a really good horse. So it looks like he knows how to make good horses and going to have good horses. But Zane, he sure impressed me with his skills and his thinking and seeing things, what problems was going to come up about. I think you couldn't go wrong either one.
And Cash told me that if
There was somebody that should still be here after this culling tonight, it'd be Zane. Zane, you can go sit on the fence.
Thank you. It feels good to be safe, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make it to the end the same way I made it here. I'm just gonna try to outwork these guys and overcome my weaknesses the same way that I've done it to get here.
All right, guys, there's 3 of you left. One of you's going home. All right, guys, there's 3 of you left. 1 of you's going home. Ethan, I told you the other day that when you step out front and you take a leadership role, put yourself in a precarious position. Cody, what do you think about Ethan's leadership style?
Well, he's always the first one to open his mouth, and it's pretty loud when he does it. So obviously, it's hard to speak over him without sounding like you're arguing. So
just because he said something doesn't mean you got to try to outwit the man or come back with something quirky. It sounds like you just want to argue. Quattro, what do you think about Ethan's leadership style?
I think Ethan may lack a little bit on leadership. I feel like he's more of a boss. And to me, a boss is someone that, you know, that they want you to do it their way because they think their way is right, and that's the only way to do it. I mean, that's where he comes from. He knows what he's doing. I'm not going to second guess the man on working cattle, but I do think he lacks a little bit of leadership.
Well, I don't. Ethan, go sit on the fence. All right. Which one of you ought to stay?
I want to stay.
I do too. I'm here to win. That's what I came here to do. I didn't come to make friends.
You know what? I've heard from Cash and I've heard from Buddy that you're the one that ought to go home, Cody.
I'd like better horsemanship out of Cody. He was either too fast or too slow, and most likely send Cody home.
All right, thanks. You were on the winning team last time, but you're not this time, so you don't have that protection. And I'm just going to tell Cody, you're done here, Hoss.
Yes, sir. Pleasure meeting you.
You too, buddy.
Quattro.
Good meeting you, bud. Take it easy.
You bet.
Tonight, Cody got cut. He got eliminated on this deal, and I didn't see it coming. I really thought it was going to be Quattro. I was absolutely wrong tonight. I thought he was going home. I'd never put him above Cody in this competition in any way except for talking.
You know, I came down here for a herd of cattle, and I'm not going home with it. But, you know, I lasted a lot longer than a lot of people did, and I lasted a lot longer than a lot of people thought I would. So when it comes down to it, I'm all right going home with that, and I bet they sure enough know that there's cowboys in Tennessee now.
Okay, I'm left with 3 top hands here. Congratulations, but only one of you is going to be the ultimate cowboy. And I'm looking for more than who can just rope and look pretty on a page in a cowboy calendar. I'm looking for who can take care of these cows. So, congratulations, get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Thank you, sir.